Hi, my name is Danson Mwaura from a company called Dynamic Mobility Technology Limited. We are a software development company that has been in existence for the last about 6 years now. We are mainly in three industries, that is banking, pensions, and insurance. In the banking sector, we've provided solutions around mobile banking application and the USSD application. So this will be a full-fledged mobile banking application as you know it. We've done enterprise service bus, which is a middleware that basically interfaces the core banking system with third-party applications. We've done things around payment integrations. This would be like M-Pesa B2B, B2C, PesaLink integrations, ATM switch integrations. So those are some of the products we've done for banks. For insurance, we've provided some solutions around that basically help insurance sell and onboard clients digitally. So that's what we've done in the insurance sector. For pension, which is what we are here to talk about today, we have a biometric solution that incorporates 4 biometric modes. This is face, iris, voice, and fingerprint. And we'll talk about these in a bit more detail in the next section. I'll go through a presentation about the system. This will be a PowerPoint presentation basically. Then after it, we'll look at the actual system itself. So this will be in 2 parts. For the presentation, we have the enrollment and verification of pensioners' proof of life. And as I mentioned, we have 4 biometric modes, which is voice, fingerprint, iris, and face. Biometric solutions. Currently, we have the 4 biometric modes. For the voice, once pensioners are enrolled, you're able to verify them remotely, as they only need to dial a given number from the phone, which is not necessarily a smartphone. So basically what happens is pensioner will be enrolled by dialing a number, just like any Safaricom Airtel number. And later, when they need to be verified, they'll dial the same number and they'll be verified from wherever they are. So this is a remote enrollment and verification solution. For fingerprint biometric solution, pensioners are enrolled and verified using fingerprint scanners, and we'll see this in a bit. For face and iris biometric solutions, pensioners are enrolled and verified using biometric iris and face cameras. And we'll also see this in a bit in the practical demonstration. Current clients on this Kenya Power Pension Fund, this has over 5,000 members, and they've been using our biometric solution since 2018. We also have Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme, which has over 9,000 members, and they went live in July 2023, and they are currently using all our 4 biometric solutions, which is voice, fingerprint, face, and iris biometric solutions. In terms of value proposition of our biometric solutions, we basically have state-of-the-art biometric life certification technologies that verify and identify people by who they truly are using their biometrics. And our unique value proposition is as follows. 1, very high accuracy. Our biometric technologies have a 99.9% accuracy in matching and recognition of biometric identification. 2, minimum duration. Our technologies do verification in a maximum of 5 seconds, which is industry record duration. Number 3, multimodal biometric verification, which is what I'd mentioned. We have basically 4 modes of biometric modes. And the advantage of this is that you find sometimes 1 or 2 of the biometric modes might fail in a particular person, and so you have the option of using the other 2. And the failure come from, let's say, someone's fingers are completely deformed, or voice, maybe they don't have a voice. So you can opt to use the other 2, which is face and iris. So it's hard to get someone who does not have all 4 biometric modes. Number 3, liveliness detection or anti-spoofing. What this basically means is that in all 4 modes, there's something called liveliness detection, which basically checks that it's a live person that has been presented. So it checks that it's a live finger or a live face, a live iris, or a live voice that has been presented. It is usable with any phone. That is for voice biometric. Pensioners can use any phone, whether a basic feature phone or a smartphone, to do enrollment and verification. And basically this gives the advantage of you don't have to, a pensioner doesn't really have to have a smartphone or any special phone to use the voice biometric solution. For the fingerprint solution, it is tolerant to fingerprint rotation and deformation, which basically means Even if a person places the finger and there's a bit of rotation, or the fingers are a bit deformed, it will still capture the fingerprint. It has a tolerance to those rotations and deformations. The other advantage is offline operating capability. The solution can be configured to operate in offline mode, because as you know, in some places there may be internet connectivity challenges. The other thing, global usage of the particular biometric technologies that we deploy. The biometric engine provider basically has a cross-industry solution which is in use in over 45 countries. So this is a technology that is tried, tested, and reliable. The other advantage, integration to ERP. So we are basically able to integrate to ERP to basically relay the results of the verification exercise to your ERP and mark the pensioners and beneficiaries as either verified or not verified. And so if we have done this integration to your ERP, then you can proceed with processing the pensioners or beneficiaries payments based on whether they are verified or not verified. Meaning, if they are verified, then they proceed to receive their pension, and if they are not verified, then they don't receive their pensions. And lastly, we have an administration portal which comes with a solution which allows capturing and changing of other biodata of the beneficiaries. It provides comprehensive reports as required, dashboards, and other customized functionalities as required. Overview of our voice biometric solution. Basically, the way it works is that each person's voice is highly distinct, meaning the voice pattern per person are very unique to a particular person. So the way it works is the voice solution employs AI technology to the latest signal processing technology to analyze a voice and create an enrollment template. Once it creates the enrollment template, that is stored in the database, and then during verification, the voice is also captured again, and this creates a verification template using the same AI technology to basically capture the voice. So now you have the enrollment template and the verification voice template, and then the matching is done. If there is at least an over 99% match, then it indicates that the same person spoke in both times, and therefore the system basically verifies the person. Anything less than 99% threshold basically rejects, and that person is marked as not verified. What happens is, with subsequent verifications, new voice templates are merged into previous templates in order to adapt to changes in a user's voice over time due to the age or disease. So what this means is, initially you have the enrollment template, then subsequently you have verification templates that are generated in the verification exercises. If the verification template matches the enrollment template, then it merges with the enrollment template to form a better representation of the person's voice. And this keeps happening over time, meaning the enrollment template becomes a better representation of the person's voice. And this is what it means, that the template continues to become a better representation of the person's voice over time. And so even if the person's voice changes due to age or disease over time, this is catered for as the voice template keeps improving over time. Overview of our fingerprint biometric solution. So basically, the fingerprint reader extracts images from a person when a person places their fingers on a scanner. So 10 fingers are captured to generate the fingerprint images, and the images are ISO 197-94-2 compliant. So what basically this means is that the fingerprint template created is a standard template that ensures interoperability between different fingerprint recognition systems, meaning fingerprints captured in our biometric system you can always use a different system to do matching. You don't, if you so wish to. Number two, then the fingerprint image processing component creates fingerprint templates from the fingerprint images. The templates are then stored in the database. Thirdly, during verification, the fingerprint templates created from the verification exercise are matched with the fingerprints stored in the database, and a strong match of over 99% returns a successful match. We move on to overview of our face and iris biometric solution. So here we've combined both the face and the iris biometrics because it's captured in one camera. When a person is facing the camera and the image is ready to be taken, the face and iris biometric system first determines if it's a live face that is presented. Basically, this is what we talked about earlier as liveliness detection. Once it determines that it's a live face, then it proceeds to capture the face and then capture the iris images, which are then taken and created, which then creates the face and iris enrollment template. During verification, the face and iris templates created from the verification exercise are matched with the face and iris templates which were stored in the database, basically at the enrollment stage. And so when the enrollment and the verification templates are matched and a strong match of 99% is returned, then this is marked as a successful match. In terms of characteristics of our face and iris biometric solution, one, it is tolerant to face position. Head pitch can be up to 15 degrees in each direction, and by head pitch we mean this kind of movement. So it is tolerant to up to 15 degrees in each direction, and head yaw can be up to 45 degrees in each direction from the frontal position. And basically head yaw means this kind of movement. So it can tolerate any movement up to 45 degrees in either direction from the frontal position. Live face detection, this one I'd mentioned. Before the image is captured, it has to verify that it's a live face that is presented, meaning if you are to place a photo, it won't take the image. The third characteristic is face and iris image quality determination. Before the image is captured and basically transmitted, the quality of the image is determined, and if it does not meet the required quality threshold, the image is rejected, and the user is basically asked to retake the image until it takes an image that meets the required quality. Finally, in terms of clients, we've worked, basically some of our clients, we have Premier Bank, Sanlam, Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme, who are using our biometric solution, Occidental Insurance, Presta, which is a fintech company, Kenya Power Pension Fund, which are also using our biometric solution, Intra-Africa Assurance, ICA Lion Group, and NCBA Bank. In this section, I'm going to show you the system, basically the product that we have. As you can see, we have the login page. I'll start logging in using a password, username and password. So key in my username, password. So when you immediately log in, the system requires you to basically confirm your location, and this is your place of sensors. So basically what this means is when you're in the field, the system requires you to specify where you are, so that for every person who is enrolled or verified in that location, then that is captured as a place where that sensors occurred. And it uses a geomapping. As you can see, it's showing my current location is Fahari Place, Service Apartments on Church Road, and this is correct. So, and you have an option of changing in this drop-down to locate any other location. But this is the correct location that it has picked, so I'll just save that. The landing page is a dashboard. We'll be seeing how these changes as we basically use the system, but just in brief, there are three main tabs: total pensioners, total beneficiaries, and total active members. Under total pensioners, we have registered members and unregistered members. And basically what this registered is basically the guys who have been enrolled. Registration and enrolled are used interchangeably. So registered are the members who have been enrolled using biometrics, and unregistered are the ones who have not yet been enrolled. Same to beneficiaries, and the distinction being beneficiaries are widowers, children of the pensioners. And the third category is active members, who are people who are in basically active employment. They have not yet become pensioners. And so in all three categories, you have you get to see the number of members who are registered and those who are unregistered. And if you click on registered members on that button, you basically see a breakdown of those who have been registered using fingerprint, voice, face, and iris, and same for the other three biometric modes. So as we do registration and enrollment and verification in the system, you'll see this dashboard change, because right now it's showing 00 because nothing has been input into the system. So the first step is, so on the left pane, you can see we are on dashboard. So the main categories are dashboard, members, maintenance, approvals, user management, and settings. So we'll be going through each tab. So now if you go to members, and there are three subcategories, that is pensioners, beneficiaries, and active members. And if you have to go under pensioners, you basically have that page opening up. So the first step you do is import your pensioners. into the system. And so to do that, you basically come to import. So if you have your ERP, that will give you your list of pensioners and beneficiaries and active members, and then that Excel is what you'll upload into the system. That is if our system is not directly integrated to your ERP. But remember, we can also integrate the system to your ERP such that this is pushed automatically to our system without uploading the Excel file as I'm about to do. So you click on import. Down here, it shows you the format of the Excel document that you should import. So if I'm to zoom in, you should have a check number, pensioner number, which is a unique pensioner number, ID number, date of birth, status, category, relationship, other names, last name, phone number, code, email, and so on. This format is particular to a client we did. So we customize this to whatever other biodata that you have for your pensioners and beneficiaries or active members. So this is not cast in stone. Then we set the format as you require, and now you can basically prepare your Excel file in that format and click there to basically upload the file. I've called my file tests. Upload. And so basically it has picked data from the Excel file and it's now displayed here. You can see the same details: check number, pensioner number, pensioner name, ID number, telephone. The same details are displayed. And the last column, status, basically gives the status of that pensioner or beneficiary, whether active or inactive. So these are pensioners, but if you go to if you click on the other all beneficiaries tab, you can see the beneficiaries. So in this case, I've imported both pensioners and beneficiaries. So this is pensioners and this is beneficiaries. So if this is okay, then you click confirm. It asks you if you want to save the data. You click yes, proceed. And then you can close that. You've imported the data. And so you can do the same functionality under beneficiaries, under active members. So now under pensioners, you can basically import both pensioners and beneficiaries who are linked to those pensioners, which is what we've done. So we won't be doing for the other two categories because it's the same process. Then once that is done, we can now create a sensor cycle. To do that, you come to maintenance and sensor cycle. So I'll proceed to add cycle. Click on add cycle button up here. Then give my cycle a name. So you can call it annual census 2023. Category, you specify which category of members you want to do the census cycle. So in this case, I'll select pensioners. I'll also add beneficiaries. Because remember when I imported the data, it was for pensioners and beneficiaries. But if I'd wanted to do a census cycle for active members, I will have uploaded the active members data, and then I will have created a census cycle for active members. But in this case, I'll do for pensioners and beneficiaries. Then you give your cycle a start and an end date. So you can give it today, 20th July, can go up to, let's say, mid-August, 15th August. Then I click save. It basically creates the census cycle. You can see the census cycle name is annual census 2023, categories, pensioners and beneficiaries. Status, for now it's inactive. Start date, end date. And now for you to start basically the enrollment exercise, you need to activate the cycle. So you click on activate, and then asks you if you wish to proceed, you say yes, proceed. And basically it says cycle activated successfully, and the status changes to active, as you can see. So as you can see, I've created the cycle, and so that is done. So from here, you go back to your members pensioners page. And now you can start enrolling your members one by one. So we'll start off with the first one, Danson Mwaura. So you can click on pensioner number. It opens the details of that particular pensioner. Now you want to start doing registration or enrollment. So the way the system is built currently, and this is basically customizable, maybe just to mention, before the first tab is personal details. You can see the biodata of this pensioner called Danson Mwaura, check number, pension number, their phone numbers, basically all their biodata. And in the second tab, biometric details, is where you will start basically doing the registration. So for the way the current system is built is you need to confirm the person's voice number, payment phone number, ID number, and their location before you proceed to capture their biometric details. So, and this basically, is to make sure that the biodata is accurate, even as we proceed, because you realize that this is the data that was pulled from the ERP, and someone could have changed their voice, basically their phone number. So you click on that and voice number, you confirm if the number is accurate. If it's accurate, you click save. If not, you just edit and click save. Then payment phone number. The distinction here is that for this particular client we are doing, the person, the pensioner could be having one number, which is the main number, but wants to provide a different number for them to be paid for attending that registration exercise. So that's the distinction between the two phone numbers. So also for the payment phone number that we use to pay the pensioner, you basically click on the edit button and you edit as need be, then click save. ID number, you can edit and click save. Then the last thing you need to update is location. Click that. Select. So here you can basically update the pensioner's current location. So you can say the person is in Coast region. Polling station, for this client, they also wanted us to specify the polling station where the pensioners basically vote when it comes to periods for voting in pension trustees. So you can also say maybe the person prefers to vote in, let's say, Lunga Lunga, and you save. So you're basically updating some of the biodata before you proceed to capture the enrollment biometrics. So once that is done, then you can now go to the next tab, which is biometric details. And so now here you see the 4 biometric modes: fingerprint biometric, face recognition, iris recognition, and voice biometric. And now we'll proceed to capture these one by one. For fingerprint biometric, you just check, you click on capture, and basically gives you this user interface. And here you can select which hand you want to capture the biometrics: left hand, 2 thumbs, or right hand. So we'll start with the left hand. In this case, our fingerprint is a 4-finger scanner maximum. So if you select the left hand, you basically mean the 4 fingers of the left hand, excluding the thumbs, because thumbs you capture them separately. So now, if you've selected left hand, and if any of the fingers, let's say, is missing or has an issue, you basically check down here to exclude that finger. So the person will place the 4 fingers, but if you check, let's say, little finger, it will exclude the little finger. If you check ring finger, it will exclude the ring finger and capture the other 3. You can even check more than 1 finger to exclude. For my case, because I think my fingers are okay, I won't select any finger to omit. Basically just select capture all my 4 left hand fingers, and then click scan now. Then basically proceed to place my 4 fingers. It's scanning. You can see, it has said it's successful, and it has displayed the images that have been captured, all the 4 fingers. You can also decide to rescan if you wish by clicking that, but in this case it has captured all 4. They are of good quality, so I'll just proceed. So next I can capture my two thumbs. Click on two thumbs and then you click, and also you can also say if you want to omit the left thumb or the right thumb. In this case I want to omit, I'll capture both thumbs at the same time. Click on scan now. Okay, so as you can see, it has successfully captured the two thumbs. I can also rescan if you wish to, but since it's okay, I'll proceed. Then go to the right hand. So you're basically capturing, at the end of the day, you'll capture all 10 fingers. So click on scan now. Place my fingers. Now it's scanning. Okay, successfully captured. Then proceed and close that. So if I refresh that page, you basically see the fingerprint biometric is marked as available. So now I have all 10 fingerprints available. Proceed to the next recognition, biometric mode, which is face recognition. Click on capture. The pensioner position themselves in front of the camera and proceed to take the face image. So now the face image is captured. As you can see, the face image is correctly captured. So you proceed to save that. Then the next step will be to capture the iris biometric, which, so the person positions themselves in front of the camera also. Now we are capturing the iris image. So we've successfully captured the iris, as you can see. So you can retake or save. So in this case, because it's successful, we'll just save. Saving. So as at right now, you can see we have 3 biometric modes: the fingerprint that we took, face, and iris that we've just taken available. So the remaining mode is voice biometric. So for these, basically the pensioner uses their phone, dials a certain number. So I'll proceed to do that. In this case, this is just a normal Safaricom number that is dedicated for this exercise and belongs to the entity. So they'll dial the number.
Welcome to Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme Voice Biometric System. Karibu kwa mtandao biometriki wa Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme. For English, press 1. For Kiswahili, press 2. Kwa Kiingereza, bonyeza 1. Kwa Kiswahili, bonyeza 2.
So they are asked if to proceed in English or Kiswahili. So I'll choose English, press 1.
For validation, press 1. For help, press. Kindly input your check number, then press hash once done.
Okay, so they are asked to input their check number, which is basically their unique pensioner or beneficiary number. So I'll input my unique number, press hash.
Kindly input your national ID number, then press hash once done.
They are asked to input their ID number. So I'll proceed to input my ID number and press hash after that.
Your validation was successful. Please note that we will proceed to registration.
Okay, so I've done validation.
For registration, press 1. For help, press 3.
So that allows me to proceed with registration, press 1. So I've pressed 1 for registration.
Kindly repeat this phrase after the tone. Then press hash once done. Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme.
Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme.
For the second time, kindly repeat this phrase after the tone. Then press hash once done. Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme.
Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme.
For the third time, kindly repeat this phrase after the tone. Then press hash once done. Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme.
Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme.
Please hold. Your registration was successful. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
Basically, in that step, what has happened is we've done validation and registration. Validation, which is the first step we did, we basically input our unique pension number and our ID number, national ID number. And then now what happens is it does a three-way matching between the unique pension number, ID number, and the phone number that you have used to call. So if those three match, then basically you're validated. And this is the first level of check to ensure that those three parameters match. If you are to call with a number that is not tied to your unique pension number or ID number, it will not even validate you. So once you've validated, you went to the second step of registration or enrollment, and it asked us to repeat a phrase 3 times. So I repeated the phrase 3 times, and basically those are 3 enrollment templates which it merged into one and created one final enrollment template. So now I've basically enrolled on the voice biometric system. So now the next step will be verification. So we'll proceed to show you the verification. Before that, let me just, let me refresh the page. And you can see now it shows voice biometric is also enrolled. So all 4 modes are showing as available, as you can see, all in green. So now basically click on the button at the bottom, complete registration. It asks you to confirm. If you want to complete, you say yes, complete. And that is done. So now I want to do verification. So you realize you can register with all 4 biometric modes, but when it comes to verification, you only need to verify with one mode. So in the first instance, I'll show you how we verify using fingerprint mode. Then in subsequent steps, we'll show you how we'll verify using the other modes. From here, we'll proceed now to do verification. We'll go to the sensor cycle that was created. Click on the action button. So now we had registered Danson Mwaura, so we'll proceed and verify this particular pensioner. We'll take their pension number and click on cycle verification. So here you search for the particular member that you want to verify. If you put the pension number or the unique member number, then it basically displays the person. You click on that, displays the person's details, and here basically you have an option of verifying them using any of these modes. So now I'll proceed to select. You can select fingerprint, face, or iris. In this case, I want to verify using finger. Click on fingerprint, then click on verify. So I'll proceed to capture the fingerprint image. So now I'll put any finger. It can be one finger, any number of fingers, because initially you had enrolled using all fingers. It has popped up a message that the member is successfully verified, and you can confirm that by coming to, if you search the member once again, you'll basically see that the member is verified using fingerprint biometric as a verification mode. And also on this grid, if you are to refresh the page, you basically see that Danson Mwaura is verified using fingerprint biometric. Let me just scroll a bit to the side. You see that? Yeah, up here. So the verification mode is fingerprint. So that person has been successfully verified. We'll enroll 3 more members, and then basically registration, and then now try verify them using the other verification mode, because now we've done finger, so we'll do face, iris, and voice. Now we'll proceed to show you how we'll enroll a member using face biometric and also verify them using the same biometric. I'll come to my members section here, pensioners. Then this time we'll use Gertrude Kamau. So we'll click on Gertrude. It opens up our details. You remember there's some bio details that you need to basically confirm that they're okay before you proceed with the exercise. So phone number, click edit. If it's okay, you save. Payment, phone number, click on edit. If it's you can edit, and if it's okay, you just click save. ID number, same thing. It's okay, you click save. And also the location details. Click on it and basically specify their location as they'll tell you. Their polling station, and click save. So then go to the other tab, biometric details, and proceed to capture. In this case, we want to capture face biometric only and verify using face. So for this instance, I won't capture all four because we just want to show you how we verify using face. And our minimum biometrics mode is set at 1, meaning we are only required to capture at least one. So I'll proceed and capture face. Click on capture. So Gertrude, move a bit to this side. No, the other side. Again, no, this side. Yeah, like that. There. Good. Click on capture. That's okay. Thanks, Gertrude. So basically shows the attributes of the image that has been taken. And this looks okay. So you click on save. Saving. I have to complete my registration. Asks me if I want to complete, say yes. That is done. So now we'll proceed to do verification. Come to sensor cycle. Basically select same person, Gertrude. Get her pensioner number and search for her in the system. There she is. So now it displays her details. And so I'll select face biometric. And now to basically show that the system actually verifies, so we'll use a different person other than Gertrude for verification. For it should basically fail the verification, and then now Gertrude will come and it should accept. So we'll use Velma. So we're trying to verify Velma's image against Gertrude's enrollment or registration image. Of course, it should reject. We enrolled Gertrude, so now we want to do verification. And now that basically show that the system works, we'll try verify a different person against Gertrude's enrollment, and it should refuse. And then once it does that, we'll basically use Gertrude for verification, and it should accept because she's the right person. So we'll go to Gertrude's basically profile, go to cycle verification. As you can see, the enrollment image is to the right. So we are using a different person, as you can see. We are using Velma. So to verify, and it should refuse. So she's in front of the camera. Proceed to capture. It's doing the verification, and as you can see, it says verification failed because it's not the same person. So click cancel. So now we'll use Gertrude to do verification to see if it will accept. So Gertrude has positioned herself in front of the camera. The enrollment image you can see is to the right, correctly positioning herself, just to ensure that that should be okay. So now I proceed to capture the image. It has captured the image. Now it's doing the verification. As you can see, it says member successfully verified. So thank you, Gertrude. So basically it has successfully matched Gertrude's enrollment image to Gertrude's verification image. So that is face biometric. We'll proceed to do enrollment and verification for iris biometric. So we'll use Humphrey. So we'll start with enrollment. update the location details. Okay, then proceed to capture now iris. We want to enroll using iris and try verify using iris biometric. So click on capture. So Humphrey will position himself in front of the camera. Okay, so it has captured the image. You proceed to save, then complete registration. You can also see the iris biometric is marked as available. So we have done enrollment of the iris biometric. So now we'll proceed to verify using iris. So I'll go to sensor cycle. We'll go to the open cycle, click on it, search for Humphrey. There he is. His number, basically search for him, displays his details. So now I want to verify using iris, and so I'll select the iris verification mode. So again, to check that the verification is actually accurate, we'll use a person different from Humphrey to do verification, and it should basically refuse because you're trying to verify someone different against Humphrey's enrollment. So in this case, can use Gertrude. So Gertrude is in front of the camera. Press verify. So Gertrude, just position. Verification failed. As you have seen, it has rejected verifying Gertrude against Humphrey's enrollment. So now we are going to ask Humphrey to come to the camera and try verify him against his own enrollment, and this should accept this time. So Humphrey will position his face. Okay. So as you have seen, it has successfully matched, and you can verify that if you refresh this. So on Humphrey's record, you can see, and you just scroll a bit. Under verification mode, and Humphrey's record, you can see verified using iris. We've done fingerprint, face, and iris. Now it's voice. So we'll proceed to enroll and verify the last member using voice. So in this case, we'll use Velma. So now we'll proceed to do the final enrollment using voice, and also try verify with the member using the same biometric mode, which is voice. So now we have Velma. We'll go to Velma's record. So go to members, pensioners. We want to enroll Velma on voice. So click on her, get her details. Can update the location details, polling station, save. Then come to this other tab, biometric details, and now we want to capture her voice. Velma will now proceed to do the voice enrollment. So she'll dial a number, in this case a Safaricom number, which belongs to the organization, and she'll be able to do the enrollment. So Velma will now proceed, dialing the number.
Welcome to Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme Voice Biometric System. Karibu kwa mtandao wa biometriki wa Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme. For English, press 1. For Kiswahili, press 2. Kwa Kiingereza, bonyeza moja. For validation, press 1. For help, press 2. Kindly input your check number, then press hash once done. Kindly input your national ID number, then press hash once done. Your validation was successful. Please note that we will proceed to registration. For registration, press 1. For help, press. Kindly repeat this phrase after the tone, then press hash once done. Kenya Port Authority Pension Scheme.
Kenya Port Authority Pension Scheme.
For the second time,
Court Authority Pension Scheme.
For the last time, kindly repeat this phrase after the tone. Then press hash once done. Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme.
Kenya Court Authority Pension Scheme.
Please hold. Your registration was successful. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
So Velma has validated herself and registered, so her voice biometric is basically now captured for enrollment. I'll refresh the page. Now you can see the voice biometric is shown as available, and I'll complete the registration. Say yes, complete. So now Velma is registered. So now we'll proceed to verify, and we'll do the same thing. So we'll try verify someone else against Velma's registration, and basically it should refuse. Then now we'll also try with Velma, and it should basically accept. So go to the active sensor cycle, click on the button, and we'll do the same thing. Basically, we will try verify someone else against Velma's registration, and it should decline. And then now try verify using Velma herself, and it should accept. So we will use a different person, Gertrude. So Gertrude is attempting to, using Velma's phone, is attempting to verify herself as Velma. So we will see if this ideally should refuse. So Gertrude will proceed to dial the number.
Welcome to Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme Voice Biometric System. For verification, press 2. For help, press 3. Kindly repeat this phrase after the tone. Then press hash once down. Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme.
Kenya Courts Authority Pension Scheme.
Please hold. Please note that the first attempt for verification failed. Kindly repeat this phrase after the tone.
So now it has rejected Gertrude verification. So now Velma herself will do the verification.
Kindly repeat this phrase after the tone. Then press hash once down. Kenya Ports Authority Pension Scheme.
Kenya Courts Authority Pension Scheme.
Please hold. Your verification was successful. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
So now Velma has verified against her enrollment, and basically you've seen it's successful. So now the other section that I would like to show you is settings. So basically in settings you have a number of settings. You have general settings, email settings, and SMS settings. So under general settings you get to set a number of parameters, such as default password, which is the password that once you create a user, that will be the default password that the user will have, but then they'll be prompted to change the password on first login. So you can edit the default password here and save. Minimum biometrics. So what basically this means is the entity is in control of the number of biometric modes should be captured. So we have a total of 4, but you may decide that, so you can set the minimum biometrics at 4, meaning at registration, one has to have all the 4 biometric modes captured for the registration to be complete. If it does not meet the minimum biometric modes, then it cannot be completed. So you can, for instance, you can set at 2 and save, meaning if you capture any two of the 4 biometric modes, then that registration can be basically completed. And other settings like biometric server configuration. So the other settings you can set is email settings. We can have the system basically send out an email to the members, the pensioners and the beneficiaries on successful registration or verification. And here you can basically set your email settings, including the email name, basically the email that will be sending out these emails to the members. And you can save that. You can also make the email template of what you want the email to say. So here you just get to type what you want the email to say, basically to the effect that a person has been successfully registered, and you save these. And so here you can set the registration approval template, and here the verification approval template. SMS settings, same thing as email. You'll set your SMS provider details over here and save. That's the bulk SMS provider details. And then now you can also customize the SMS templates as you want them to appear to the members once they register and verify. So that is settings. The other menu item, user management. In the system, you basically get to create your profiles, and then after you create your users. So starting from profiles, click manage profiles. As you can see, these are profiles that have already been added. So to add a profile, just click on add profile. And here you get to, it's like a shopping cart kind of thing. You basically get to create a profile, and this profile will assign it to different users. So now you give it a profile name. So you can say maybe subadmin, any name you want. Profile type, you can say maybe it's admin. But now here is where you get to give them the specific user rights. So if you come to permissions, let's say if you click on dashboard, you're basically getting to say if the person can view the entire dashboard, basically have all rights on the dashboard, or just view, or basically see only what relates to biometrics, or what is approved or not approved. So like for these, you'll check these for an administrator to see what is not approved or approved. So for members, the same thing. If you click on, let's say pensioners, you can say, you can click on all, or view, biometrics, or approve, basically giving them different level of access to the system. Same to beneficiaries page, active members page, maintenance, approvals, and so on and so on. So you basically tailor make your profile. So just clicked on those, then you save. So this is the subadmin profile. Now you can see the subadmin profile is successfully created. And you can create a number of profiles based on what you want the users to do. So now when you come to manage users, you can create your users. This shows users that are already created. To create a new user, just click on this button up here, create user. So you can create a user locally, meaning in the system, or you can create using your Active Directory. So in this case, we'll use a local user. You input their email profile. Like now in this case, we can select the subadmin profile that we created. Plus basically their location, their staff name. I won't create this because there are already some that are created. The staff name, their ID number, phone number, department, and password. Then you save this. But once you create, it should display in this grid. Basically, the details that you input should display on this grid. And that is user creation. That is our biometric system. And as you've seen, it's very accurate in registration or enrollment and verification of pensioners and beneficiaries. It helps pension schemes, and it basically helps pension schemes in life certification to ensure that the pensioners and beneficiaries are alive, and basically safeguard against pension fraud and diversion of pension funds to the wrong people. Again, the system is also very customizable. What we have shown you, we basically did for a particular client, but the system can be customized in any way one would wish to. So the dashboards are fully customizable, the administration portal is completely customizable, and basically the entire workflow is customizable to your need. And also the system is usable with a wide array of devices. So for the face and iris cameras, there are a wide array of cameras in the market that can fit in this, basically be used in the system, as well as the fingerprint scanners. Also, as I mentioned earlier, the system can integrate with your current ERP using APIs if you require, so that it's an end-to-end system. If not, then it can stand as a standalone system with its administration portal, and the output from the system is basically pushed to ERP. So we hope that you get this system for yourself. To get this, you can contact us in the contact details at the screen below. Thank you.